Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Hollywood, the thief of thoughts, Max Maven.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like to call to your attention 4 envelopes, each of which has been numbered. And with these 4 envelopes, we're going to play a very simple game of psychological strategy. I must start off by pointing out to you that one of these 4 envelopes is mine. But I'm not going to tell you precisely which envelope that is. Instead, I'm going to ask for this gentleman here, if you would you stand up, sir? What is your name, please? You may stay where you are, Jim. One of these 4 is mine. You can't have it, but you can have any of the others you'd like. Which would you like?
Number 1.
Number 1. Are you sure? Well, as luck would have it, that is not my envelope. You may hold on to the envelope. Stand right at your seat if you would. The gentleman there, what is your name, please?
Lyle.
Lyle. That's correct. Lyle, one of these remaining envelopes is mine, but you may have either of the others. Which would you like?
Take the 2.
Number 2. All right. That is not mine, so you've done all right for yourself. Sir, would you stand up? What is your name, please?
Peter.
Peter. Creative answer. Peter, 3 and 4. One of them is mine, one of them is yours. Which do you think is which?
3.
3 is the one you'd like?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Now, you don't have to go in sequence just because these fellows did.
No, I'll take
You don't want to switch for number 4?
No.
I can't persuade you?
No.
Just as well. Would you please take it? Gentlemen, turn and face your public. We will do the next series of actions simultaneously, which is to say, at the same time. Tear off the end of your envelopes. If you'll reach inside, you'll find that each envelope does contain a small folded piece of paper. Remove that piece of paper, holding it in your right hand. Take the envelope and place it into your pocket. It saves us having to clean up later. Gentlemen, if you'd be so kind. On the end, Peter, would you unfold your piece of paper and hold it up so everyone can see what it says? Lyle, if you'd do the same. And of course, my first player. And needless to say, ladies and gentlemen, what was left from me was mine all along. Thank you, gentlemen. You can return to your seats. Thank you very much. In the interest of time, ladies and gentlemen, I spoke to someone before the program, but this was a person who was pointed out to me by Dale Harney himself. He chose someone to participate. I spoke with this young lady for only a few brief moments just before we started taping. She is not any person that I have ever met prior to that moment. She seems like a nice enough person, but I want you to understand that she is not any kind of personal acquaintance of mine. Where is that young lady now? Would you join me and give her a round of applause? Hello. Tell me your name once again, please.
Moira.
Moira. I won't be able to pronounce it as well. I couldn't, of course, help but notice that you are Irish, which is helpful in this instance because what we're dealing with here is an imaginary horse race. And, of course, the Irish sweepstakes would be our imaginary horse race in this particular instance. What Moira has just handed me is a piece of paper. This is a piece of paper that you yourself filled out a few moments ago before we started taping. But you will please tell this audience the truth, which is that this is the very first time that I will have ever touched this piece of paper. Is that true? I have never touched this or seen this particular piece of paper. On this piece of paper there is, I hope, a list, because that's what I asked you to make, a list of 6 imaginary horses. I'll read this out. It says Rosie, Silly Billy, Speedy, Airport, and Speedy again. You seem to have had 2 Speedy horses. That's all right. That doesn't matter. I asked that one of the horses that you write down be the one that you wanted to win, that you would think of one of the horses. You didn't tell me anything about the horses. I don't even know if these are real ones that you've known about or that you made up. All I know is that you want one of them to win, and you're the only person right now who knows which horse you want to win. True? So let's imagine that these horses are at the gate, and we'll assume that the 2 Speedies are simply called Speedy 1 and Speedy 2. It makes it easier, all right? The 2 horses are at the gate. You made these names up yourself. You made up the starting order. Horse number 1 is Rosie. Horse number 2 is Silly Billy. Horse number 3 is Speedy number 1. Horse number 4 is Airport. Horse number 5 is Marty. And horse number 6 is Speedy number 2. They're lined up at the gate. They're about to... Oh, wait a second. There's a problem here because one of the horses, Silly Billy, in fact, has been disqualified. disqualified because the jockey has gained too much weight. Therefore, Silly Billy cannot be in our race. Was Silly Billy the one you wanted to win? Tell the truth. It was not. Thank goodness. We still have 5 horses in the race. They are about to... Oh, no, wait a second. There's a problem here. Speedy has just fallen over. Speedy number 2, that was. I hope that wasn't the one you were thinking of. Just fallen over and out of the race. There are only 4 horses left. I'm glad your horse that is winning is still in the race, still has an opportunity. Remember, you haven't told me which one you want to win. I'm going here only by intuition, but I hope to have the horse you want be the actual winner. And as they take off, the race is on, and they start reaching along, and they're taking the first furlong. They're moving along, and all of a sudden there's a problem because one of the horses has just run right off the track. It's crazy. You don't see that sort of thing very often, but it has happened. That horse happened to be Marty. I hope that wasn't your horse. No. Tell the truth. It wasn't your horse. So it has to be either Rosie, Speedy number 1, or Airport to be your horse. All right? They're coming down the finishing stretch. They're coming down now, and it's almost over. And oh, that's silly. I've never seen that. A jockey just fell off the horse completely. The horse is still in the race. The jockey's out, but that's a disqualification if I've ever seen one. That means, of course, that Speedy number 1 is out. I hope that wasn't the one you were thinking of. Thank goodness. That leaves Rosie and Airport. Only one of those two could be the one that is going to win. There's only one winner in a race. They're coming down the end of the stretch, and it is a photo finish. Those 2 horses came in at virtually the exact same time. There's no way the naked eye could tell. They're examining the photographs right now, and I must tell you the absolute truth, Moira. I don't know for sure which of these 2 horses is the one you want to win. You'll be honest with me and tell me if we've done this properly or not. But I'm going to cross off the one that didn't win right now, and I'm not going to show you which one it is. I'm going to leave only one horse on the list. Only one horse available. Would you call off, please, for the very first time, the one horse that you had in mind that you wanted to be the winner of this race?
Airport.
And Airport it is. We have a winner. Thank you, Mark. You may keep this as a souvenir, and I appreciate it if you do. I'd like to see it. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's been my pleasure to work for you.